Listen, you dumbass. Hello there. Hello there. Can't wait for you. Hi there, you're on WNIR. Katie by the door.
Our first, we're going to go newspaper first here, and this gentleman coming up here is a weekly columnist. You probably read Dire Streets. He has published a book called Omar, and the Sports Legends book. It's a thrill to welcome Bob Dyer. Bob Dyer.
Thank you very much. I'm glad he said weekly and didn't spell it with an A. I think he wanted to. So I'm thinking, I get invited to this thing. First of all, they're going to kill me. I get invited, I figure, well, it'll be a nice night out. I'll see some folks I haven't seen for a while and have a couple of beers and relax. So I walk into the place and Stan goes, you're going to talk, right? I said, no, I didn't prepare anything. So then I thought about it and I figured, Stan, in 30 years in the radio business, has never done a lick of preparation his entire life. Never stopped in. Never read anything, does he? Well, I didn't actually read enough for the whole place. Unfortunately, mostly what he reads is Pravda, but, you know, at least he's reading. So when I first got to the Beacon about 20 years ago, one of the first things I did was radio writer. So I'm learning, I was from the Cleveland area, but I wasn't really up to speed on all the backroom stations. And I heard this talk station that people seem to be talking about a lot, the Talk of Akron. I went, wow, this must be some operation. So I figured this big, they probably had a studio at the top of some skyscraper in downtown Akron. First Merit Tower, maybe. I'm thinking, man, I gotta go visit these guys right away and see what this place is like. So I call up, and it turns out that the Talk of Akron is actually the Talk of Brady Lake. If you've ever been out there, they got a wonderful driveway going back to it. That, if you've never raced in the Baja 500, this is about the same thing. You gotta have a Hummer just to get in and out of the place. And the studio itself is actually inside of a pillbox. You walk in there, I mean, there's no windows anywhere. I didn't know where to find Joe. I was going out to interview Joe. They said, listen for the squeaking chair, which comes out over the air occasionally, you may have noticed. But I finally found the place, and I was kind of sorry I did. If you've ever been in the studio, there's about a half-inch thick film of cigarette smoke on the wall. There's no windows. They're doing the weather report saying, nice and sunny this morning. No, they haven't looked for a while. It's raining. Hey, Kaiser, put some money back into the thing once in a while, huh? That studio is the only thing in Northeast Ohio older than Joe Finan. So I've been listening to NIR for about 20 years, and I've had a lot in common with Joe. I mean, listen to some of the things he talks about, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm not quite clicking here. But then 2 years ago, all of a sudden, he and I had something in common. 2 years ago, I became eligible for the AARP. Wonderful. So the way I got the card, I was, now at least I can get some discounts here. I've never taken out of my wallet. I'm too embarrassed to pull it out. I'm not going to admit to it. But anyway, Joe's case, he's been in the AARP so long that his group actually merged with the Fraternal Order of Police. He belongs to the AARFOP, which is, of course, the American Association of Really Fucking Old People. So I'm listening to Finan here, trying to figure out who this guy is, and he keeps talking about Denver radio. Denver. I knew every associate secretary that ever set foot in a Denver radio station. I'm thinking, what is this? And then I hear him talking about Pennsylvania. And I come to the conclusion that he's really into the Broncos and the Steelers, which is really the way to endear yourself to Northeast Ohio. But Mr. Finan does pride himself on being an objective journalist. Well, maybe not. As a matter of fact, I think tonight I see the mayor of the Falls here. This may be the first time he's been within 4 seats of some grand old party without fisticuffs.
Second time.
You know, the nice thing about Joe is maybe he's not an objective journalist, but he's right up front about it. You never have to guess where he stands. I don't know if you guys saw that story last week about the Bush-Cheney sign. Guy jumped out of the car late at night. This sign had been vandalized a time or two, so this Republican has the camera trained on the sign to find out what's going on. And late at night, a couple of guys jump out, knock over the sign, and urinate on the sign. This is a real news story. You guys reported this. You get the news occasionally. I mean, it's secondhand, but occasionally you get So anyway, this guy has the tape, and he calls up the cops, and they fill out a police report. And the only reason they eliminated Joe as a suspect is that the guy was described as well-dressed. He got off that time, but I don't know. But anyway, congratulations. You've had a great career. Very, very nicely done. You've done a lot of things that I will never do. Thank God. Congratulations.
That is Bob Dyer, Agri-Bacon Journal. Not bad for a guy with a porn mustache. Okay. And he broke the ground in the F-bombs here, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Okay, you folks in the back there, if when I use that word you can't hear it, just tell me and I'll shout it out.
But you've heard it a few times on the air when the mic was left open. But you know, well, that's all right. That's just pulling a fight in. That's all that is. Okay.
Only in the morning.
Only in the morning. Love you, Joe.
I do want to respond to Mr. Dreyer because I remember him.
Dreyer. Dyer.
Oh. Dyer.
That's okay.
Have you read his stuff lately?
Yeah, lately.
That's dry.
That's Dreyer.
He started out as a radio guy, and, you know, kind of a snot-nosed little kid coming in, and he's taller than I am, and, you know, he gave me that look of, what are you doing when you're still vertical? I talked to somebody in Cleveland, they said you were dead. And I said, well, kind of, I'm here at WNIR, but he has had a tremendous career himself, and I follow it. He's written a book, and now he's doing columns, if you follow him as I do. He writes just scintillating, and I haven't seen the F word concerning the Ohio Turnpike yet, but I'm here to announce that I did find out that Dyer is going to get the Pulitzer for the best writer of Ohio Turnpikes. Let's hear it.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I went from radio critic to streetwalker. That's what he is now, all right? By the way, I think we'd be remiss if we did invite the mayor of Cuyahoga Falls up here for a moment. Would we please welcome Mayor Don Robart? Mayor Don Robart?